Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clarington Kia. Today we're going to take you on a tour of this 2023 Kia Sportage X-Line. And yes, look at the color, jungle green, absolutely stunning color on the Sportage. This is by far one of the most popular colors available on this vehicle. This, and then other people say the wolf gray, which is kind of like that chalk gray color. Both of them look fantastic, and this is the X-Line model with only 27,000 kilometers on this. This is a fantastic find here at Clarington Kia. Today we're going to take you on a tour of the vehicle, show you some of the great features as well as the condition of this Sportage. It is used, 27,000 K, one owner, no accident history. So there's not really any surprises on this one, but we will just take a walk around on it just to make sure that there's no dings, dents, scratches, or otherwise what we call character lines. Now, what is underneath the hood is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated gas engine hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And yes, this is also all-wheel drive. So it's gonna be fantastic for wintertime in Ontario. Now, speaking of winter and summer, because let's face it, we get either really hot or really cold, the Sportage X-Line does feature the remote starter here, so lock, unlock down the side, and then push and hold to remote start. I'm hoping it'll start because it is good. It's a little low on fuel. That's the one. You know, every single car we get into on this lot always has plenty of fuel in it. We have a fantastic lot guy here that helps us out. I guess he just missed this one. And you know what, John? You do a bang up job, so don't even sweat it, buddy. All right, as we come around to the side, you see a side profile of the Sportage. Again, you get to see this fantastic color on this vehicle. And let's talk about some of the details on the X-Line. So first and foremost, you get these 19-inch alloy wheels, a fantastic looking design. I love the fact that there's some piano black and then that brushed aluminum look. Really gives it some great contrast with these fantastic Michelin tires on here as well. But really does make this car pop with those nice looking wheels. We also have LED turn signals in the mirrors. We have the piano black exterior accents all over the vehicle, including the ladder style roof rail. So you get this little gap here rather than the flush mount. Allows you to mount roof rack crossbars up top there as well. So if you want to do a little bit more utility stuff on the roof, you can do that for sure. As we're looking down the driver's side, I don't see any dings, dents, or scratches, but if I see some, you don't need to be a detective. You won't have to pause or zoom in. I'm going to get in nice and close and show you. It's a used car. Sometimes those things happen. As we come around to the back, you see this fantastic LED rear taillights on the back here. They look fantastic. They're nice and bright at night as well. Full view of the back trunk. We have that new style Kia logo. We have the Sportage over here, and then the X-Line badge right there. This is a very particular vehicle, as you can tell. Rear sonar in the back bumper, so makes backing up even that much easier. And then of course the rear camera underneath. We'll pop open the trunk, show you the cargo space, and this is where the Sportage wins. Look at how big the cargo space is back here. You can fit a California King back here and still be really comfy. Lots of room back here, 60/40 split folding seat. We've got a little 12-volt outlet there as well. Underneath, we've got the carpeted mats and a little bit of storage here for probably some windshield washers, some, you know, whatever you want to put back there. Maybe a little emergency kit if you'd like help out some people if they're ever on the side and they need your help. Now coming around to the passenger side, again, I'm looking for dings, dents, and scratches, and I can't really see anything. Obviously with the low kilometers and this being a 2023, that's kind of expected, but sometimes there's little boo-boos, but I'm not really seeing anything here. Now as we come around to the front, unfortunately, because I use the remote starter, the headlights don't turn on. So give me one sec. We're gonna go over here and I'll give you a little sneak peek of the inside. I really want you to get the full view of this front end because it's fantastic when everything is lit up and running. So let's go in here. Now that it's going, let's flip on the headlights. Now you get the full shebang, as they say at the front. So here's what we got. This fantastic LED daytime running light here, which is that boomerang style light, and then the LED headlights down below, right? And that's gonna be crystal clear at night. Makes for some amazing nighttime driving on back roads. You can see we've got some really nice dark graphite trim around the bottom grille, which is also continued on the top grille here, along with that piano black trim that flows right into the headlight. It's a fantastic design on this new Sportage. I'm just looking here on the hood to see if we see any stone chips, and I don't see anything. This is just a very super clean Sportage. Now, let's go take a look at the back before we hop into the front. Back seats, tons of room back here. As you can see, lots of leg room for adult passengers. We have the quilted leather seating. That is an X-Line exclusive. All right, so this nice quilted leather pattern is X-Line exclusive. We have the armrest built in to the seat here. We also have rear ventilation for back passengers, so that way they get their heating and air conditioning back here too. Reclining rear seats, that's kind of a normal thing, but just because I forgot to tell you. And then we have that quilted fabric in the front as well. Now, taking a whiff, smells really nice. There's no odors, there's no rips, tears, stains, or burns, but there is a power driver seat. So that'll get really nice and comfortable. The difference between a power seat and a manual seat is there's a lot more minute adjustments you can make with a power seat versus the manual where it's just kind of notches. The power really is precise. So makes for some nice, comfortable driving positions. Flip this back to automatic headlights. That's one of the good safety features on this. What we also have for safety is forward emergency braking with forward collision warning. We have blind spot warning in the side view mirrors. We also have blind spot assistance. And what that does is not only will you get a warning if there's someone in the blind spot, but if you happen to be trying to make a lane change and there's a car coming up, maybe you didn't see it, it will actually pause and pull you back into the lane. I said pause because there was somebody coming up here. It'll actually adjust and move you back into the lane so you don't make that lane change, which obviously could be a little dangerous. We have rear cross traffic alert. We've got lane keeping assist and lane departure warning. And then we also have some highway driving assist here too. You push that button on and it will track the lane and the road ahead of you and keep the Sportage nice and centered in that lane. Of course, you can turn most of these safety features off if you don't want them on, but why would you do that? Well, because you have the freedom of choice, but in this car, don't do it. It will do such amazing things when you keep them on. Volume control, Bluetooth control on the steering wheel, cruise control on the other side as well. And then in the odometer, 27,667 kilometers. You can see here we are working with a digital dash, which is very nice. As we kind of scroll down here, you see a couple different ideas for display. Let's go to, so there's your odometer. You can see the average fuel economy right now is only 9.8 liters per 100. You could definitely get that down to the 8s with some conservative driving. And then last but not least, this is where you can turn off some of those safety features and again, address a lot of these settings in the vehicle right here from the center controls. It is a leather wrapped heated steering wheel as well. And then as we move over here to the center, I'm going to give you a nice little pan down so you can see kind of the setup that we have going on here before we get into some of the nitty gritty. All right. So looking into our infotainment display here, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are on board. Plug in your phone, automatically will update this for you. Then you can access all your digital music, all of your apps, and reply to text messages using your voice command rather than picking up your phone, which is what we would hope you would do, because that's just safe driving, guys. Hit all menus. This is where you can access some of the more in-depth things like your setup, quiet mode. Quiet mode's really cool. It will isolate the sound to only the front speakers. So if you've got little kids sitting in the back, only the front speakers are active. Very, very popular with obviously parents who have little ones. And when we put the Sportage in reverse, of course, we get a nice clear rear view camera. So making backing up very nice and simple. As we kind of continue to pan down, we have our heating and air conditioning controls. Another X-Line exclusive, or sorry, I shouldn't say exclusive, but X-Line in higher trim will come with the wireless charging pad that you see down there. The USB ports for charging. We have the push button start that's on the X-Line that goes and coincides with the remote starting feature. We have our 8-speed transmission. The heated seats and heated steering wheel controls are right here on this nice piano black trim. And then moving down here, we have a couple great features. So the Sportage features drive mode select, which a lot of our vehicles do, which allows you to choose, I think this one is normal, sport, and smart. And that's just going to tell the Sportage how to shift and the level of acceleration to use. So obviously if you want the best fuel economy, you can choose that, or if you want sport, you can choose that as well. When you push it in, we now get access to different terrain select controls, so snow, mud, and sand, and that's going to help operate the all-wheel drive system a little bit differently. So that way you have much more confidence should you be in one of those terrains that you'd like to select that, it will operate as expected rather than, you know, kind of just figuring out what it's doing at the time. You don't have to do that. It will certainly do a very good job of keeping up, but that's just a little bit of added insurance for you. Auto hold works with the electronic parking brake. It's a fantastic feature to have. It just basically allows you to take your foot off the brake at a complete stop if you have the auto hold engaged. Now, I wanted to show you one quick thing because we do have very nice wood inlet, kind of wood accent here that goes all the way along the dash. What I like about it is it's very dark, it's very subtle, and you would never really think it was there, or never really draws your attention to it, I should say, much like a lot of the other wood patterns interior, where it's really like a bright wood and it kind of sticks out, and they really do some really kind of cheesy like wood grain, drastic wood grain accent. This is very, very subtle. It looks super classy, really matches the quilted leather seating in this as well. So one of those nice features that I really like, where if you're like, oh, I love wood grain, you're gonna love this because it's really, really nice. But if you know, necessarily it's not your thing, it's so subtle that it just looks like graphite. So it's kind of the best of both worlds in that sense. So guys, this is a 2023 Sportage X-Line, 20,000 or so kilometers, Kia certified pre-owned vehicle. It's an incredible find, an incredible color, and an incredible spec from an incredible store. You bet it. Clarington Kia, where it's your experience, your way. Visit us online at claringtonkia.ca or in store. We're here, happy, ready, waiting to help you purchase this fantastic Sportage from us. Thanks so much for watching, and congrats to whoever picks up this amazing Kia Sportage from Clarington Kia.